You are taking a look at the satellite radar. This is Hurricane Umberto. It strengthened from a tropical storm to a Category 1 hurricane this morning. It's the first named hurricane in the Atlantic this season, and even though it's relatively late in the season, any meteorologist will tell you it just takes one storm. This Friday marks the 5-year anniversary of Ike making landfall. If we were to get a serious storm heading our way, would you be ready? Joining us with tips on how to stay connected, welcome Philip Stone with Westpark Communications. Hello there. Learned some great lessons during Ike, but because it's kind of over and done with, we still haven't done anything about making that preparation plan. So better late than never, but we have to make that plan, starting with a plan.
Absolutely. When you start thinking about disasters just like Ike, if you don't have a plan, where your kids are going to meet, where you're going to meet your kids, who you're going to communicate with, where you're going to go.
Because you couldn't call them, because it was a wind event for most of us here, further inland, and we couldn't call anybody.
Absolutely. Having a place to go, I would say, is a very big deal if you're going to get out of the area, or if you're going to shelter in place. Having a generator, having those types of things available to you, those are very, very, very important.
That 72-hour kit, you call it. And as a lot of us with Ike found, that became a 2-week, kit that we needed to have. But at least having that 72-hour kit, what should be in that?
Absolutely. So I have some of the stuff out here right here. Definitely, you got to have some work gloves. There's going to be so much stuff to clean up out there, so much stuff to clean up. You have to have water. And a 72-hour kit, you want one for each person in your family, somewhere accessible. Grab it, get out the door. If it's a real big disaster like a earthquake or something, crazy like that. Some entertainment, big deal. I wrote on my little notepad a little tic-tac-toe board.
But just even having like some of those little board games, you go back to the old-fashioned way of doing things because you're not watching TV necessarily.
You don't have a phone. You're not going to be having your iPad or anything else going on. So
no power to charge it with.
Absolutely.
So having those things.
One other thing I wanted to mention was this handy-dandy little flashlight. You can wind it on up and it will get you going, so that gives you power no matter what. Because how many of you have checked your batteries in your flashlight? Of course, when you need the flashlight, it's never working, is it? So and these seem like they're simple, smart things, but to not have them spread all over the house, have them all, like you have like a backpack right here, having them all in one central location, and that's something that you don't only you preach, but you practice yourself at home. Absolutely. I have food supply for probably about 6 months right now at my house, and this is my own kit right here. So.
And what's your address so that we
I know, right? One of the things I was laughing about is if I have a generator at my house, I'm about to become the most popular guy in the neighborhood when the power goes out, because everybody's going to bring me their food. I mean,
and not only for our homes, but a lot of people who own their businesses found themselves stuck. You're shut down. You are out of business if you didn't have that power. So having those types of things at your business as well.
Some things I recommend for businesses. I'm an IT manager, of course, for Westpark Communications, and some of the things that we have in place is we have off-site area that houses all of our network equipment, all of our PRI lines, all kinds of communications equipment. So if Houston were hopefully not destroyed or anything else, we've still got communications. There's all kinds of businesses out there that do things like that, and we are one of those.
So how do people access that? So it's something you do obviously before a storm would hit.
Absolutely. You would want to get your stuff backed up with like a tier 3, tier 4 location. They're all over the place. Ours is in Bryan, College Station. There's a lot here in Houston. There's a new tier 4 location, and work it out with them.
So you can be back in business even though the rest of the city's out of business.
As well as with Westpark, I mean, we back up people's phone lines. We still keep communications lines open for people. That's why we have the backup. You get in touch with our people and we set you up with something where the electricity is going to go out. We have a contact list. We're immediately sending messages out to your people. This is where we're going to meet. This is what we need to do. This is what's important. So that's the types of thing we do for people.
Saves you time and money. All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Philip. Well, yesterday was a special